at the hour. My name is Peter A. These are the following headlines. Niger State Governor Sani Bello facilitates Tinubu at 71. Ohaneze Ndigbo in APC apologizes to Nigerians over Iwanyanwu's comments. Dr. Femi Olaleye ordered to open defense in alleged defilement case. Lagos lawyer initiate contempt proceedings against Emefiele. Boris Johnson makes case for stronger ties between Nigeria and UK. UN raises alarm over Sahel region becoming a new hub for terrorism. South Africa, Oscar Pistorius to be released soon. Libyans take steps to revive a native language. Messi becomes third player to score over 100 international goals. Three Niger Tornado stars return ahead of Wiki tourist tie. We are going to use minimum force to arrest Portable by police. Election results. Charlie Boy reviews plan to join, take protest to next level. These are news in details. Niger State Governor and Chairman, North Central States Governors Forum, Abubakar Sani Bello, has felicitated with the President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he turns 71. Governor Sani Bello, in a statement, described the celebrant, who is also the Jagaban of Bogu Kingdom, as a political colossus with outstanding records of achievements. He said Tinubu has remained an icon in the political history of Nigeria, considering his positive impact on many lives. The governor acknowledged that the septuagenarian has inspired and mentored many people who have become successful political leaders. According to him, Asiwaju is a great leader. His contributions to the political growth of the nation is legendary. I pray as he celebrates his 71st birthday, God will continue to grant him good health and wisdom, especially he will soon hold the reins of power of the nation. The Ohaneze Ndigbo, a Lagos State chapter of the All Progressive Congress (APC), have appealed and apologized to all Nigerians over the statement credited to Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu and Reverend Father Ebube Monso denigrating the Yorubas and members of the Hausa community. Addressing the press in Lagos on Monday, the apex leader of Ndigbo in APC in Lagos, Mr. Joe Igbokwe, who is also special advisor to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on drainage and water resources, and his vice, Jude Idumogu, appealed to the two to withdraw the statement and apologize to Yoruba, Hausas, and the entire country. We condemn the statement credited to the two in its strongest terms. We urge Iwanyanwu and Father Ebube Monso to withdraw the statement. It must have been made in error. Father Ebube Monso's statement is so kindergarten and foolish. Each ethnic group has something to bring to the table. They should withdraw their statement and apologize. Shedding more light, Idimogu said he was embarrassed by the statement, particularly that of Father Ebube Monso. He said, "We are apologizing to the whole nation. We appeal to Nigerians not to take their statement too serious." They urge every Nigerian to be conscious of every statement they utter, because every statement uttered has its implication. Lagos-based medical doctor Femi Olaleye is to open his defense on Wednesday, March 29, in the alleged defilement case filed against him at the Lagos Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court Ikeja. This follows the dismissal of his application by the trial judge, Ramon Oshodi, on March 16 for lack of merit. The state government had filed a two-count charge against Dr. Olaleye over alleged unlawful sexual intercourse and sexual assault by penetrating his niece's mouth with his penis. He pleaded not guilty to the two-count charge in November 2022 and was granted bail, but he has yet to fulfill his condition. His alleged offenses contravene Section 132, 137, and 261 of the Criminal Laws of Lagos State 2015. In his no-case submission dated February 21, 2023, the defendant's counsel, Olusegun Fabumi San, had argued that the prosecution had not provided sufficient evidence against the defendant to warrant him to enter defense. He also submitted that the evidence of the prosecution was not sufficient to convict his client. According to the senior lawyer, there was no time the defendant was caught committing the alleged offenses. He stressed that the defendant even denied committing the offense, and as such, there was no prima facie case linking the defendant to the offense. He said, in the first instance, the survivor did not state that the offense was committed. It was an afterthought. We want the court to look at the testimony of PW6, in which it was stated that the victim did not produce the medical report at the time she alleged the offense was committed. He urged the court to grant the application and dismiss the case against the defendant. In his response, the lead prosecution team, the Director of Public Prosecution (DPP), Dr. Babajide Martins, submitted that the prosecution had called 6 witnesses, including the survivor, to testify in the case. He said the prosecution also tendered 21 exhibits to prove his case against the defendants. He argued that there was no doubt about the identity of the defendant, as the survivor gave an account of how she was asked to suck the defendant's penis. A Lagos-based activist lawyer, Tope Alabi, has approached the Federal High Court in Lagos for leave to initiate contempt proceedings against the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) Governor Godwin Emefiele over an alleged disobedience of the Supreme Court orders on its Naira redesign policy. Mr. Alabi made the application through a March 27 ex parte motion in suit FHC/L/CS/526/23 with Mr. Emefiele as the sole defendant. The lawyer filed a 28-page affidavit in support of his application, wherein he claimed that the Supreme Court on March 10, in suit number SC 162/2023, directed Emefiele to make available and allow the old Naira notes of 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira to coexist as legal tender with the new 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes till December 2023. Describing the Naira swap as a cash confiscation policy, he said it had affected the day-to-day running of his office, as his staff could not make it to work daily due to the non-availability of physical cash, adding that commercial drivers do not have point-of-sale POS device machine to collect fares. The lawyer filed a 28-page affidavit in support of his application, wherein he claimed that the Supreme Court on March 10, in suit number SC 162/2023, directed Emefiele to make available and allow the old Naira notes of 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes to coexist as a legal tender with the new 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes till December 2023. The respondent, who had withdrawn 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira old notes from circulation on 10 February 2023, has refused to comply with the order of the Supreme Court made on 10 March 2023 till date by releasing the old notes to circulation. Mr. Alabi added that the CBN's alleged non-compliance with the Supreme Court order has affected my job as a legal practitioner, as I could not have access to daily physical cash to carry out my job and meet little daily expenses. That I brought this application to seek leave to enforce the Supreme Court order, being a non-party to the suit at the Supreme Court. No date has been fixed for the hearing. Former United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson has made a case for a stronger mutually benefiting relationship between Nigeria and Britain. The former Prime Minister said this while further unleashed potentials of both countries. Mr. Johnson was the guest speaker at the 16th Osigwe Anyam Osigwe Lecture Series with the theme, The Humanizing Human Experience. Gathered in this hall are diplomats, politicians, captains of industries to deliberate on the 16th Osigwe Anyam Osigwe Lecture Series. The Anyam Osigwe Annual Lecture Series brings together intellectual minds to fashion way forward for issues affecting Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. The Ayamosigwe lecture series is to rehumanize the human experience to help tackle level of poverty. The Deputy State Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, says the series will avail the country the opportunity to tackle current challenges of President-elect, represented by former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Femi Pedro, said Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is ready to work for the unity of the country. The keynote speaker, former Prime Minister of United Kingdom, says for Nigeria to unlock her potentials, the country must uphold the key tenets of democracy. A 1 minute silence was observed for Peace Osigwe, the former CEO of African Magic, who made a mark in the entertainment industry. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said on Tuesday he is deeply concerned by the gains of terrorist groups are making in the Sahel and elsewhere. Guterres read from prepared remarks delivered at the Security Council meeting on counterterrorism called for by Mozambique, this month's council president. No age, no culture, no religion, no nationality, and no region is immune, but the situation in Africa is especially concerning. Despite poverty, hunger, lack of basic services, unemployment, and unconstitutional changes in government continue to lay fertile ground for the creeping expansion of terrorist groups to infect new parts of the continent. I'm deeply concerned by the gains of terrorist groups are making in the Sahel and elsewhere. Mozambique's president, Filipe Jacinto Nyusi, led the meeting, said the situation in Africa is particularly critical as terrorist groups depend on illicit activities to funding and recruitment. The association of terrorism with transnational organized crime has contributed for the survival and spread of terrorist groups on the context of the African continent. They have generally resulted to trafficking of mineral resources with emphasis on gemstones and illicit drug trafficking for the funding of their activities through money laundering. These financial resources resulting from illicit activities support the seduction and recruitment of the youth in joining their ranks and fights within terrorist groups. And while terrorism is a global threat, the situation in Africa is particularly critical. UK Deputy Permanent Representative to the United Nations, James Kariuki, suggested the use of UN sanctions as a solution. As we work to cut off the funding of terrorism, we encourage greater use of UN sanctions regimes on the continent of Africa, while ensuring continued delivery of humanitarian assistance to states responding to crises. A decade ago, just before Valentine's Day, everything changed on the day he killed his girlfriend. The former Paralympic champion Oscar Pistorius is now halfway through his prison sentence and will soon be set for possible parole. A committee is meeting in Pretoria on Friday to decide whether to release the 36-year-old former stadium king, who has had both legs amputated and was convicted of the February 2013 murder of Reeva Steenkamp, the South African Justice Department and Prison Service said. The decision of the committee, which includes the representatives of the prison service, the police and civilians, is expected in the coming days after deliberation. Under South African law, a convicted person can be granted a suspended sentence once half of his sentence has been served. Oscar Pistorius, sentenced on appeal to 13 years and 5 months in prison in November 2017, has been eligible since July 2021. His behavior in detention, his physical and mental state, and the risks of reoffending will be scrutinized. The commission must determine whether the objective of the imprisonment has been achieved. Prison administration spokesman Singabako Zumalo told AFP the long process, which began more than a year ago, included a meeting last year with the victims' parents. They expressed shock at the idea of their daughter's killer being released. The children at a school in Zwara, in northwestern Libya, are learning the language of a once oppressed community. 12 years ago under Muammar Gaddafi. The Amazigh community was condemned to a clandestine orality. Since Gaddafi's death in 2011, things changed. The Damazite language is not just about the alphabet and vocabulary, but is a whole culture and identity that we are passing onto peoples. We try to instill in them the comprehensive Amazigh spirit, said Aziram Suwashi, Tamazight language teacher and presenter. The first classes in Tamazight were held in Zwara in 2012. The school director tells us about difficult beginnings due to a lack of trained teachers and uncertainties around the program to follow. It's a difficult situation as is a new language that's entering school curricula and our children don't know it. They speak it at home, but it's difficult for them to study and write the language because it's a new subject that has just entered the government system, admits school director Saunders Saki. Also on air since 2012, Kansas FM is the first local radio station in Tamazight language broadcasting in Zwara. Sports news. Lionel Messi has become the third male player to surpass 100 international goals. The 35-year-old grabbed a hat-trick in Argentina's 7-0 win over Curacao in a friendly on Tuesday. Messi's three-goal haul takes his tally to 102. The Paris Saint-Germain superstar passed the 100-goal mark in his 174th appearance for his country after netting his 99th international goal and 800th of his career in the 2-0 win against Panama last Thursday. Messi, however, remains third on the all-time men's list of leading international scorers, behind Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo, who now has 120, and Iran's Ali Daei, who scored 109 before retiring in 2007. Niger Tornadoes have been handed a major boost ahead of their Nigeria Premier Football League Matchday 11 encounter against Wiki Tourists with the availability of three of their key stars. The trio of Shola Abdulrahim, Munir Idris, and Musa Wakili are available for Wednesday's game at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium, Kaduna. Abdulharim recently linked up with the icon Allah Boys from Wiki Tourists. Wakili is back in the squad after an injury layoff, while Idris returns to the side after returning from international engagement. Niger Tornadoes head into the game in a confident mood following last weekend's 2-1 away win against Dakada FC. Abubakar Bala's side defeated Wiki Tourists 2-0 when both teams met earlier in the season. Entertainment news. Ogun State Police Command on Tuesday revealed plans to use minimum force to arrest popular controversial singer Habib Okikiola alias Portable. Recall that Portable had earlier on Tuesday in a viral video on social media resisted arrest by some police officers that stormed his residence in Ogun State, challenging them to know the reason for his arrest. Portable was seen in the video accusing the police of illegal arrest. Portable was seen in the video accusing the police of illegal arrest. Show me your arrest warrant. Why did you come to my office to arrest people? You came and everyone was running. A Yahoo boy sent police to arrest me just because I advised him to stop doing Yahoo and went into music. Are the police and the Yahoo boys now working together? I don't do Yahoo. I'm a musician. If you want to invite me to your station, you will invite me with money, he said. Confirming the incident, the state police spokesperson, Abimbola Oyeyemi, explained that the singer had refused to honor the police invitation on 5 occasions. We have also sent an invitation to him through his father twice for questioning after a report was lodged against him. The police approached a court to get an arrest warrant for him, following his refusal to honor the invitation. On citing the police, Portable stripped himself naked so as to create a scene. Portable is not bigger than the law. We are going to use minimum force to arrest him, he stated. Famous Nigerian singer and activist Charles Oputa, known by his stage name Charlie Boy, has revealed plans to join the ongoing protests that follow the outcome of the February 25 presidential elections. In a tweet on Wednesday, Charlie Boy, a social political activist, lauded the protesters, saying he will soon join the protest to take it to another level. He wrote, I'm indeed happy with the obedient youths and courageous lovers of Niger. We all are familiar with how great things can be achieved when we work together or when we stand together.
Skyblast Tv.com